All right. UFC 311 is about to be starting in a couple days. Right now, as of this recording, it is Tuesday the 14th, which means this card will be starting in around 4 days from now. And I just figured I'd give my predictions for the fight card. I'm not going to be going for early prelims because early prelims is just a bunch of nobodies. But I will be going through the prelims. So let's just start with the prelims. First, we have a couple canceled fights. We have Grant Dawson and Diego Ferreira. I'm going to go with Diego Ferreira. Diego Ferreira, if I remember correctly, last time I saw him, he had a pretty good outing with his grappling. He is old. He's 39, which is pretty old for the lightweight division. I remember correctly, Grant Dawson last fight, I might be wrong. I probably am wrong, but I think it was against Bobby Green. Got knocked out by Bobby Green. And I just don't think, I think Grant Dawson's ceiling isn't as high as we think it is, despite his record, even though he only has 2 losses and I think 1 draw. Might be 1 no contest. I have to look at his record later. But I just don't think that Grant Dawson can probably put it together against Diego Ferreira with his grappling. I could be wrong. But I'm going to go with Diego Ferreira. All right, next fight, Bogdan Gustav versus Billy Elakana. I don't know these people. I really don't. I guess I go with Bogdan Gustav. I know people are going to call me a fake fan for not recognizing, like, some dude who I'd never even seen fought before. UFC just be putting randoms that nobody's ever heard, and people will be like fake hardcores if you don't recognize them, which is stupid. Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. Now, this is a fight I actually want to see. I'm going with Almeida, man. Almeida is, that guy is a special talent at heavyweight, man. I really do think that besides, like, Aspinall and maybe Pavlich has kind of, like, lost his aura, by the way. He's not really the same after that loss to Alexander Volkov. That loss to Alexander Volkov just took away, like, all his aura and presence as a fighter. And if I remember correctly, I actually even picked Alexander Volkov to beat him because I think Pavlich just is kind of, like, one-dimensional to a degree. Like, I know he's got, like, insane striking, insane power, actually, and he can just knock out anyone. But honestly, looking at Aspinall's power, can you even say that he hits harder than Aspinall? Like, I'm not saying that to be a Pavlich hater, but Aspinall actually really just put people out on their feet, like, really easily. Anyways, what I think is going to happen in this fight, I think Jailton Almeida is just going to, like, grapple his way into, like, submitting Spivak. I can even see him maybe doing it in the first round, but I'm going to go with second round Jailton Almeida submission because I just think he's really good for the division because he was originally a welterweight, and then he moved up to light heavyweight, and then he moved up to heavyweight. And the skill level at heavyweight is so low that someone that was originally a welterweight or even a light heavyweight can dominate the heavyweight division. And Almeida can be future champ material. If it wasn't for Aspinall, he could have been a future champ, but I just don't think he beats Aspinall. Aspinall is too good if they were to fight. And I'm going to give it to Almeida. Almeida by a round 2 submission. All right. Last fight on the prelims card, Peyton Albert versus Marcelo Barcelos. I'm going to go with Peyton Talbot. I know this guy is like a contender right now, prospect. Everyone's talking about this guy at bantamweight, saying he's like Sean O'Malley 2.0. I haven't seen one of his fights yet. I wanted to, but I missed out the last card that he was fighting because I was busy that day. And I don't know. I have to see what this guy is, but I'm just going to go like with the popular opinion and just go with the prospect. I'll go with Peyton Talbot by not submission, decision. All right, moving on to the main card. Kevin Holland versus Reinier de Vridder. I'm going to go with Reinier de Vridder. I just think Kevin Holland doesn't have it anymore. I think he's just there for a paycheck most of the time. And Kevin Holland isn't really that good as we think he is. Well, he used to be, but I just think he stopped taking it seriously since the Khamzat Chimaev fight. And now he's just like win 1, lose 1 type of guy. I mean, 12 losses, 26 wins. Yeah, his career trajectory has been like kind of terrible lately, especially when you compare like one of his wins, Jokan Buckley, and look at Buckley. Buckley's on the cusp of a title shot if he gets one more win. I still think Buckley should fight Usman if Usman will actually ever do anything with his career. But I'm going to go with Reinier de Vridder, probably by decision, although I could see a submission. I know Holland has like a submission game, but I feel like Reinier de Vridder kind of has like some plot armor type of stuff going on. All right, next fight. Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. I'm going to go with Moicano. I feel like Beneil Dariush has been like past his prime already. You know, I think he has 2 knockout wins in a row, or I might be wrong. I think it's Oliveira and Armin Saryukin that he's lost to. And I think Dariush is just cooked, man. 35 years old and doesn't really have a career glow up like Moicano. Moicano's the same age, but he's had a glow up, man, at lightweight. And, you know, he's got that plot armor going on. He can't lose. He can't afford to lose. He just got a house. He needs to pay the mortgage and this and that. And I'm going to go with Moicano, but I'm not going to go by the submission. I don't think he's going to submit Beneil. Beneil, if I remember correctly, has a very good ground game. Like, I think he actually has, like, an ADC competition record. And I just don't think it's enough to submit Beneil. So I'm going to go with Moicano by decision. All right, moving on to light heavyweight. We got Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. I already talked about this fight, and this fight is going to be insane and probably like the people's main event in all honesty. And I think Yuri Prochazka is going to lose to Jamal Hill. Now, the reason I say that is because I think Yuri Prochazka's chin has probably taken a bunch of punishment by Alex Pereira. And, you know, the fight against Rakic took a lot of damage too, and it just makes you wonder how much can that chin take until it eventually cracks. We saw it Max Holloway, that he did got cracked eventually. It was bound to happen by Ilia Topuria. Now, Topuria hits hard, probably the hardest hitting featherweight ever, probably even harder than Conor McGregor. But the thing is that we have to talk about is at a certain point, even if you get cracked by only the hardest hitter, eventually the chin is going to start being cracked like Chuck Liddell. You know, any kind of shot is going to start stunning you, start going to putting you on skates, making you do the chicken dance. And I really do think his chin has probably took too much damage. I know he's relatively young at 32. And he was champ like, I believe like at 29 or 30. But I just think that his chin has took too much damage, and I think Jamal Hill is going to punish him for that. I have Jamal Hill at round 2 TKO or knockout. And I could be wrong. For all we know, Yuri Prochazka could plot armor his way into winning again. But I'm pretty confident picking Jamal Hill. And more specifically, I'm picking Jamal Hill in round 2, a knockout. All right, co-main event, Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm going to go with Merab. That's an unpopular opinion, but I really do think that Merab is actually going to win. Looking at their age difference, Merab is 34, which means he's probably only going to have like 1 or 2 more fights left before he turns 35, and then he's going to lose the belt. 35 and over curse at 170 and under. You know how it is. Yeah, I think Merab is going to win by decision. And I know it's an insane take because so many people think Umar is like the truth. He's the next big guy or whatever. But I just don't think that you know, Merab is gonna get dominated that much like people say he is. Merab is just too good with his cardio and his wrestling to get dominated. He's just really impressive for how he is. I just don't think that he's gonna be ran over, steamed over. A lot of people are saying like Umar 50-45, and that's like an insane take in my opinion. But I think Merab is going to win by decision. I think he's probably going to win like 3 rounds off Umar. Umar is probably going to win like 2 rounds or maybe 1 round. Could be a chance that Umar just dominates because you never know, but there could be a chance that Merab dominates too. I think it's delusional to say that one guy is going to like effortlessly dominate the other though. But if I do see one of them dominating, it's probably going to be Merab, in my opinion. But that's my pick. I'm going to pick Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm going to pick Merab to win by decision. All right. Main event, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. You know, I'm going to pick Arman. I know logically I should be saying Makhachev. I really should. Especially the way he's been living up his game. I think he showed more improvements in his game compared to Arman. But one thing too is I just see that Islam Makhachev's striking has evolved so much, but I haven't seen his grappling evolve that much. Like we seen the fight with Dustin Poirier, he should have like ran him over, like steamrolled him, but for some reason he didn't. We seen the Volkanovski fight the first time, and it was a very competitive fight, and Volk actually almost finished Makhachev in the 5th round. Can you imagine if he did? That would have been an insane, like, what-if scenario. I just think Arman can probably put it together. Now, I am a bit delusional in saying the only reason I'm saying I think Arman will win is because I had a dream that Arman was going to win, and it was a 3rd round KO. But I'm just going to pick Arman. I'm not really the type of guy to bet on fights, so I can afford to make insane predictions. So I'm going to pick Arman Tsarukyan, and I'm going to pick him to beat him by 3rd round KO, just like in my dream. In all honesty, though, it's probably going to be a decision. Although there's a good chance Islam can finish him. There's a good chance both guys can finish each other. It's probably going to be via knockout. I don't think either is going to submit the other. It will probably be by knockout if there is a finish. And if there's a decision, you know, we could see Makachev like win rounds off of him and like steal the fight. You never know, but I'm gonna pick Armin. Armin by decision. Anyways, that's it for these picks. Let me know what you guys think. You guys probably think I have like some stupid takes or stupid picks, but you guys tell me in the comments what you think, and we'll see how this fight goes. It's only gonna start in a couple days. Right now, I'm just watching the one of those fighter blogs to see how this fight is gonna be because I'm really excited for it and I'm hyped up and I can't wait to see it on Saturday. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.